Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome week. I've been home from my tour for about a week and a half now, and it's pretty crazy being back home after being on the road for over a month. It was really an amazing experience though, like honestly, I loved it. It was probably one of the most fun months I've ever had in my entire life, and I just want to thank everyone again so much who came out to the shows, because it was so amazing being able to do this tour now. It's so much different, you know, actually seeing people and seeing the audience in person than it is performing for the camera all the time. So it was just really such an awesome experience, such an honor and a privilege to be able to do some touring now, and I just had the best time. It was so awesome. And we already announced my European tour, which I'm so excited about. I can't wait to go on that. That's going to be in February and March of next year. And then we're also already talking about next year's US tour as well. So lots of touring in my future. So I kind of want to just tell you guys a little bit about the whole touring experience and what it was like on the road, and introduce you guys to my crew. I had 2 people on tour with me, that was it. A lot of people thought that I was rolling around in a tour bus with a huge crew, and definitely not. You know, I'm just starting out, so we were keeping things a little bit more minimal, but that didn't mean that those people didn't get amazing work done. I had Salome with me, my amazing piano player, and also Mike Taylor, who was just an extraordinary tour manager slash production manager. He did everything. I'm probably gonna leave out a bunch of stuff, but you know, he ran the sound every night. He got us all set up at the venues, got all of our equipment set up each night, handled the merch, handled all the logistics and travel and stuff, and he just did such an amazing job with it. Salome and I have such a fun time together, honestly. It feels like she's my sister. I don't have a sister, I have an older brother, but if I did have a sister, I would want her to be just like Salome because she's so much fun. She's just such a nice person. We're always laughing and making jokes about stuff. We're having a good time, we're excited about things. We played some pranks on Mike, which is also really fun. I don't think he appreciated that very much. Traveling with Salome and Mike was really fun. We would have very interesting conversations in the car and in the green rooms.
Yeah, what would you rather?
Yeah, what would you rather do?
100 duck-sized horses.
Why?
Just be a lot easier.
Why?
Just a lot easier to manage, aren't they?
If there are 100 of them,
They'll gang up on
they'll
you.
all come at you.
This is that you're assuming that they're going to be that organised.
Well, but even worse if they're not organized.
Then you don't. They're both foodies as well, so I mean, so much of this tour revolved around finding the best restaurants in each city, which is really fun. When we were traveling by minivan. We had the same exact minivan 8 different times because we couldn't drive the whole way. Some of the times we had to fly. We ended up flying most of the West Coast, actually. It may look like a lot of luggage, but really we were traveling pretty light considering that we were gone for weeks at a time without being able to go home. We each had a personal suitcase for stuff, and then we also each had to check another bag that was either merch or equipment for the show. All in all, for an entire month-long tour, I think that we did pretty well, even though it looked ridiculous every time we were carting around stuff in the airport. It just looked like we were going on a crazy vacation. Even though we were in 19 different cities over the course of the month, we did get into a little bit of a routine, and you know, the venues were all very different. Basically, we would arrive at the venues around 3 in the afternoon, and we would all help load in the equipment and merch and everything like that. And then Salome and I would go and start to get ready, and we would either change or get our hair and makeup done while Mike was out and testing the sound and getting the stage set up with our equipment and everything. A lot of the venues, we just used whatever lighting they had there because we weren't traveling with any lighting kits or a lighting design person. So some of the nights it was a lot more simple with the lighting, and then some of the nights it was really, really cool looking with the lighting. Oh wow, guys, we have a fog machine and lights. We didn't really know what to expect every time we got to a new venue, so that was always kind of exciting, just when we would first arrive and see what was going on. I loved staying after all of my shows. I was able to do that every single show for this tour, and that was definitely one of my favorite things about the tour, just meeting the audience afterwards and saying hi, taking pictures. It's a really, really cool experience, and there were so many people that were sharing like really nice and inspiring stories with me, and it was just really awesome, very humbling in a lot of cases to hear what people had to say. I just really appreciated that, and I really appreciate everyone who stayed after to interact. Another really fun thing about the tours was the chance to see some family and friends that I hadn't seen in a while, and also I had a very special guest perform with me in Portland. Peter Hollins came and performed a couple of songs with me. We did a few of the collabs that we had done together on our YouTube channels, and then Peter rocked one of his solos and did an awesome job and hung out afterwards. We had a really good time. I also got to see my friends from 5th Gen Films, so that was really fun too. A lot of people were asking me what my favorite thing about the tour was, and definitely the people. I mean, like I said, it's one of those things that is so different from what I do on YouTube on a regular basis. Like, I have this amazing audience online, but I don't get to see them or interact with them very often, and so this was just like a crazy, crazy different world, being able to like see people every night. You know, I'm very used to just performing to a camera, and getting to be on stage and see people in person and see their reactions and just perform live music for them like that was just so awesome, and I just feel so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that. Thank you guys so much, and let me know what other kind of vlogs you guys would like to see in the future in the comments below. I'm gonna do some more now that I'm back home. I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more regularly, and also do some video tutorials with the violin and all that kind of stuff too. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon.